Hey, what's up, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. So I have a pretty funny story time for you guys today. This is probably one of the funniest ways I've ever seen anybody get grounded, ever, like ever. I hope you guys enjoy this. Please leave a like if you do, and let's just jump into this. So this story time takes place about 4 years ago. I was hanging out with a bunch of my friends in my friend's place. I think there was about four of us in total, and I remember my friend had his little brother with him downstairs with us. And his little brother wasn't very little. His little brother was 18, and my friend was like 22. So, like, my friend's little brother was kind of just one of us. He'd always hang out with us. And the thing about all my friends at the time is they were all stoners, like huge stoners. They loved to smoke weed. And every once in a while I would smoke with them, but usually I was on a break. And around this time I was on a break. And it was cool having my friend's little brother around because he was super straight edge. Like, he didn't smoke weed, he didn't drink or anything. So whenever my friends would party, me and my friend's little brother would kind of just hang out and watch over them and just talk to each other. And it was actually pretty cool. And on this day, my friend's little brother said something that I thought I would never hear him say ever. He's like, guys, I'm going to try smoking weed tonight. So first I thought he was joking because usually he was super straight edge. And he's like, no, I'm not kidding. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then my friend, who was also his older brother, was like, all right, man, fine. Like, you can smoke for your first time, but it's got to be with us. You got to be with people you trust. Like, I'll get everything ready later tonight. He's like, okay, cool. So after this, we kept hanging out for a little bit, and then my friend's little brother had to go for a little bit because he was going to hang out with his girlfriend. And when he left for a few hours, immediately all my friends were like, all right, we got to do something. We got to prank him. And then my friend says, dude, I got the perfect idea. Let's fill a joint up with oregano and tell him it's weed, and when he smokes it, let's see how he acts. And the friend who said this was the same friend that's related to him. It was his older brother. I was like, why do you want to do that? He's like, cuz I don't want my brother smoking weed. I'm like, bro, you smoke all the time. He's like, yeah, but I'm in my 20s and he's not. I'm like, okay, but he's 18. He's like, still, I don't want him to smoke weed, so we're going to teach him a lesson. I'm like, how is making him smoke oregano teaching him a lesson? He's like, it's not, but it's funny, so I'm going to do it anyway. I'm like, okay, dude, whatever, like, fucking do you. So a couple hours go by, my friend's little brother comes back, he sits down, and my friend's had this fucking oregano joint rolled and ready to go. And he's like, okay, you ready for this, little bro? He's like, yeah. And they light it up. And the funniest part was, it wasn't just him smoking it, it was everyone but me. And I'm not going to hit a fucking fake weed joint. And they're all smoking this fucking stupid kitchen herb or whatever the fuck it is. And within like 5 minutes, I hear my friend's little brother go, damn, I'm already starting to feel it. And then I start to like smirk because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, there's no way this is actually going to work. And another 5 minutes go by, and my friend's little brother's like, bro, are my eyes getting red? And he like looks at me, and I'm like, I don't really see anything. He's like, oh, okay. And then he goes back to hitting the fake joint, and after like another minute, they finished it. And immediately my friend's little brother's like, dude, I think I feel it. Like, I think I'm really fucking high right now. And he starts looking around the room and smiling. And all of us are trying so hard not to smile or laugh. And like, I'm just sitting there, like, pretty much holding my face at this point because I don't want to laugh. And everyone's doing the same because they don't want to mess up the prank. And like a few more minutes go by, and this dude's still just saying, he's like, dude, I fucking feel it. Like, I'm so high. And he's like laughing and shit. Like, just complete placebo effect. And all of a sudden, we see the back door open that leads to the basement, and his mom walks in. And she's like, hey guys, what do you want for dinner? And then she's like, what's that smell? And we all look at her, and she's like, are you guys smoking down here? And then she sees the roach on the table, like the fucking smoked joint of oregano. And she's like, what is that? And my friend's little brother looked like a fucking deer in headlights. Like, he looked so scared. And then his older brother was like, hey, look, mom, like, it's no big deal. It's not what you think. She's like, not what I think, huh? And she walks over there. She rips the joint open and sees a little bit of green in there. And she's like, is this weed? You guys are down here smoking pot while I'm not home? And my friend's like, mom, it's literally just oregano. We stole it from your kitchen. And she's like, I wasn't born yesterday. Oregano? Really? That's what you're going to try and play this off as? And then she looks at my friend's little brother, aka her younger son, and she goes, were you smoking with them? And he's like, mom, I swear it was just like one puff. And she goes, get upstairs, you're grounded. No more hanging out with your girlfriend, no more car, nothing for a month. And he's like, are you fucking serious, mom? She's like, get upstairs now, you fucking pothead. And I'm literally in tears. I'm laughing so fucking hard, and I felt so rude. But like, it was literally actually not weed. And that was why it was so funny. Because out of all the times where she could have caught everybody, she caught them the one time where they weren't even actually smoking. So my friend keeps trying to tell her, he's like, mom, don't ground him. Don't take away his car. Don't do anything about this. It's literally oregano. And she's like, bullshit. He goes, smell it. And she smells it. She's like, it's probably just weak weed. And I'm like, oh my God, she doesn't believe him at all. And then she looks at me and sees me laughing really hard. And she's like, what's so funny, Austin? Want me to call your parents? Tell them what you were doing? And I'm like, you can call them. I wasn't doing anything. I'm laughing because they're telling the truth. Like, they literally smoked a fucking joint of your fucking kitchen oregano, and you caught them and you think it's weed. And she's like, I don't believe you. And then she smells the joint again because she's like second guessing herself now because so many people are saying like, oh no, like it's not weed. And then she goes, you know what, everybody get up, get the fuck out. I don't have time for this right now. I'm going to talk to my 2 kids. So all of us had to leave except, my friend and his little brother because they lived there. And we went home and I get a call like 4 hours later from my friend. And he's like, bro, she found out that I was telling the truth and that it was just oregano, but she's keeping my little brother grounded because he thought that it was weed, which means he would have actually smoked weed. And I'm like, damn, that's got to be the most defeatful way of getting grounded ever. Like the worst. Like, motherfucking, you get grounded for smoking fake weed. Like, it's got to be the worst thing ever. So in the end, my friend, the older brother, couldn't have anyone over for like a month. But that was no big deal because we could just go to my house or anyone else's house but his. And he had his own car and stuff. But his little brother, on the other hand, he got grounded from hanging out with people. He couldn't see his girlfriend. He couldn't even drive because he used his mom's car every day. So he couldn't use her car anymore for like a month. And he got literally fucking completely grounded because he thought that he was smoking weed. Like, how fucked up must that feel? Like, first you get pranked into smoking fucking kitchen herbs, and then you get grounded for it. Could not imagine that shit. But I thought this was super funny, and I thought I would tell this little story time. I hope you found it funny. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Leave your guys' stories in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.